race for the White House continued to take shape this morning with Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Trump now focusing their campaign strategies.
Well, yesterday, former President Trump said he'd be willing to debate Vice President Harris when she becomes her party's official nominee. For more on the campaign, let's check in with our Jan Carabeo, who's joining us in the studio. Good morning, Jan.
Jim and Janelle, good morning. The road to the White House is really heating up. But first, President Biden is expected to speak to the American people tonight. He's in Washington entering a new phase of his presidency. Biden is set to address the nation about his decision to exit the 2024 race and endorse Vice President Kamala Harris instead. This comes the day after Harris held her first rally as a 2024 presidential candidate. She packed a gym in the battleground state of Wisconsin. Harris is riding a wave of momentum fueled by an influx of cash and major endorsements, including the top Democrats in Congress, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries. And yesterday, Harris pledged to take on GOP nominee and former President Donald Trump and leaned into her past as prosecutor and attorney general in California.
I will proudly put my record against his any day of the week. We have earned the support of enough delegates to secure the Democratic nomination.
Now, one of the major questions remaining is who will Harris choose as her running mate? There is speculation Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro is being considered, but yesterday at Shippensburg University, Shapiro said he has not been part of any vetting process for the possible vice presidential position and has not submitted any paperwork. And he would not say if he'd accept the position if offered.
Vice President Harris should make that decision free from any political pressure. It is her decision to make. She'll make it on the timeline that she so chooses. Like me, she's been a prosecutor. She stood up for the rule of law, and she has always stood for the people. Donald Trump has spent a career screwing over people.
Meantime, Trump will rally in North Carolina later today. Both the former president and his running mate, J.D. Vance, sharpen their attacks against Harris, their new likely opponent.
The Biden record is the Kamala Harris record.
She's far more radical than he is. She wants open borders. She wants things that nobody wants.
Trump and Vance will hold their second joint rally this weekend in Minnesota. And tomorrow, Harris will address the American Federation of Teachers, one of the several labor organizations to endorse her this week. A lot happening and developing, Jim.
Thank you very much, Jan. President Biden will address the nation from the Oval Office tonight at 8 o'clock. You can watch that address followed by CBS News analysis right here on CBS Philadelphia. Meantime, the Democratic National Convention Rules Committee is set to meet today to discuss the next steps in the party's nomination process of Vice President Kamala Harris. The committee's co-chairs, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz and Democratic official Leah Daughtry, announced Sunday that it will work on a, quote, open, transparent, fair, and orderly plan. Former President Donald Trump took questions from reporters on a wide-ranging press call Tuesday. When asked about Kamala Harris as an opponent as opposed to President Biden in the race for the White House, Mr. Trump implied that both are the one and the same.
She's the same as Biden, but much more radical. She's a radical left person, and this country doesn't want a radical left person to destroy it. Really, what you should do is take a look at San Francisco now compared to before she became the district attorney, and you'll see what she'll do to our country.